Hey, if you're wondering where I've been the past couple of weeks, I was on vacation, right? Let's just say it. I was on vacation, enjoying myself. And so you may be wondering, well, you're back, so why don't you talk about the stuff that happened at Comic Con? I mean, that's last week, and there was a lot of trailers and stuff. I'll get to those, but right now, it's Shark Week! You guys are right. Towards the end of Shark Week, and I needed to do this because I'm a big fan of Shark Week. I always enjoy it. I watch it whenever I go home, and there was also, this time, a bunch of beach shark movies. And so, after a while, last year when I was watching some of this stuff, I started thinking, what else can you possibly do with these shark movies? And then I thought, what else can you do with these shark movies? So, think of this as my pitch, I guess, to Asylum or whatever studio is going to make this movie or whatever, one of my ideas. And if this video comes out and they've already made it, I made this list like last year, and because of camera difficulties and computer troubles, I couldn't make this video last year. So, here you go. These are my 5 shark movie ideas. Alright? Number 5 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Sharks. So for each of these movies, I'm going to give you a brief synopsis. And this is a synopsis for Teenage Mutant Ninja Sharks. Yes, it's a parody or a copy or whatever you want to call it, the poor man's excuse of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I was kind of surprised they didn't do this during the Michael Bay produced TMNT movie that came out in 2014 and 2016, but I don't know, it just seemed kind of ripe for this sort of thing. And this could be animated, so you could have a lot more blood and gore to make it a little more fun and interesting, or you could keep it live action like the newest movies are. So you have 4 sharks. Here's the idea, is that they're not exactly the same. You dump a bunch of, I guess, toxic waste or garbage, whatever. It does mutate the sharks, similar to like 2-headed shark attack or 3-headed shark attack or 5-headed shark attack. Yes, those are all real movies. Oh, man. And yes, I've seen all 3 of them. And so instead of them learning ninjutsu or something like that from like a rat or some tiger shark, you just have them do their own thing. You can take out the ninja part and just mutant sharks or teenage mutant sharks. So they try and patrol the beaches and keep it basically safe for them, their species, because they view the humans as kind of invading their homes. And they'll eat one every once in a while just to make the point that, hey, this is our water, stay out, or else we're going to eat your ass. And so you could have them maybe get a confidant, human confidant, maybe a person, probably a woman, because their version of April O'Neil, who is sympathetic to the plight of sharks and sea animals, saving the environment and all that jazz. And this person becomes kind of like the liaison between the sharks and the humans. And so they'll probably be like, okay, we won't eat you if you do this. But then something happens, they don't, and then there's just a giant massacre on the beach during a big event. You got to have that. So for that also, I would think it would be cool to see different sharks. Because just like the turtles, they are different sizes and things like that. Maybe you have a great white, a tiger, a bull, and a hammerhead. Those are the 4 most recognizable sharks. Maybe you can change one of these to a mako. And maybe the hammerhead could be a mako. But I'm kind of partial to hammerheads. My brother is too. Or maybe you could change the bull shark to a mako. So there you go. Number 4 is desert sharks. Now, this one is kind of, my idea for this is kind of like Tremors. And it's also, I guess, a pseudo sequel to Sand Sharks, which were also at the beach, and so there's water and sand. And Avalanche Sharks, which again, real movie, which is in the snow. So this time you stay in the desert, and I would change it so that the sharks can actually see you instead of like graboids and Tremors where they can't see, they can only feel the vibrations of the ground. And so you gotta have the scene where They jump out of the sand. They terrorize a town. But here's the thing I would change as well. You make it so that they can go through rocks, but they can't go through. They can't. You can go through regular rocks. They can't get through cement. So they can get into houses, but they have to get to like a car to escape or something like that. Maybe you can have an event where I'm from the desert as well. So there are sand dunes and people go there with their ATVs, their dirt bikes and things like that and make a bunch of noise. That could be the attraction to the sharks and they start eating these people. So there really isn't a place to go to escape to as far as like cement or even high rocks. They got to get into the mountain basically. So I haven't worked out too much of this idea, but that's the brief outline. Some of these are going to be brief. Number 3 is Voodoo Shark. Now, this one is actually the title of a Discovery Channel special during Shark Week a couple years ago. Actually, last year. Yeah. Last year, 2 years ago, something along those lines. Maybe even 3. Where this shark called the Rukin is said to terrorize people in the Louisiana Bayou. So the story goes this shark is like 18, 20 feet long, and it attacks swimmers in the swamps, in the bayou, and the rivers, and also in the sea. There is one shark that can't do that. It's the bull shark. So bull sharks normally only like 12 feet long, but this one I would have it be a 20-foot bull shark, and it's summoned through voodoo. Maybe a voodoo practitioner years ago unleashed it in order to try and protect the land from the settlers, but then they basically were able to seal the beast. But then maybe it's descendants or someone like them, or maybe the same, I guess, practitioners, the clan of practitioners were fed up with maybe the government wasn't helping them, or they had a big grudge with the local people, and they said, screw it, we're going to unleash this ancient beast upon the people. And then you re-release the Rukin, the voodoo shark, into the waters, and it starts gobbling people up. And so they have to either convince the people, the voodoo practitioners, to reseal the shark, or to try and kill it somehow, even though it's powered by magic. So that's quick thoughts on that one. Again, if I'm paid to really write the whole script, I probably could do it, maybe. Yeah, probably not. But that's just a brief outline. That's my thoughts. Alright, number 2 is Ghetto Shark, or Shark in the Hood. You gotta have like the hood, like D-A hood. And so this one is, I got this idea after watching Trailer Park Shark. I thought, well, you went to the trailer park, next thing you gotta go to the hood, right? And so for this one, we're gonna put it in New York. The shark population I saw last year during one of the Shark Week specials, the shark population is growing now in New York and Los Angeles, because the sea lion population is exploding, the fish population is exploding now. It's gotten a lot better. So now the sharks are back. So here's the idea. Maybe you have a hurricane that floods certain areas, because during like Sandy, Superstorm Sandy a few years ago, or Katrina, or Maria last year, they do flood areas. And so you could have it a point where they flood an area, flood the hood, and a shark gets into, or even a couple of sharks even get into this area, and now these people have to survive this shark because they can't depend on people to come and rescue them. Excuse me. So you gotta have your stereotypical hoods. You gotta have them, the do-rags with the gold tooth. My idea even goes to like a poster or the DVD cover where it's a shark attacking people and it's got a gold tooth and maybe even a do-rag. That, if you're gonna go dumb, go completely dumb. That's what Trailer Park Shark did, so I'm gonna go full dumb with this one too. And so you gotta have this scene where maybe a gangster's trying to shoot the shark, but he's shooting it sideways like this, then popping shots and missing because that doesn't work. And then the shark eats him while he's got the, and it causes him to drop his gun. And maybe they can use the gun later to actually shoot the shark, normally like this. So, and then you gotta have the white guy, just like in Trailer Park Shark. You have the one black guy who was doing his thing. You got the one white guy who, and he's gotta be like, think he's badass mofo that can take on the shark. No problem, I got this. And he's gotta get eaten, just like the black guy got eaten in basically most of these shark movies. The white guy's gotta get eaten, and have a majority of the cast be non-white. And so you gotta have that just so we can say, hey, who's gonna survive? Usually they don't, but this would be a lot of fun if we really go full dumb with it and full like, okay, let's, just like they kind of make fun of the stereotypes of trailer park people. You gotta have the stereotypes of people in the ghetto, in the hood. So I would totally see that one. That to me is probably one of my favorite ones, but it's not number one. Number one is Shark Bee. The story behind this was kind of funny because I went to the birthday party. My friend asked all of us to draw an animal dressed as a bee. Yeah, the animal bee. So being me, I drew a shark, like a pretty poor shark, because I'm not a good artist. A shark with a little antenna and a stinger on its tail. And so somebody asked me, I was like, well, how does that work? And then I started thinking of the idea, which is you have a scientist trying to deal with the bee population. The bees are either dying out or they're vanishing, which did happen quite a number of years ago. I don't know if they're rebounding, but there were a lot of bees that just vanished. So you had this scientist trying to find a way to basically clone bees so that they can do their thing of pollinating and all that. But you get some shark blood get in there. Maybe somebody didn't wash their hands properly enough, or there's another experiment with sharks and the blood cross-contaminated. And then you have this small shark as the size of a bee, like this, probably about that big, yeah, like this, and then as a hive they attack people. So that, just the idea of having a swarm of sharks has the size of bees, slowly killing somebody, to me that sounds hilarious and kind of frightening. Just kind of like the Piranha movies. I never watched it, but I've heard they're schlocky, which people like. And so from there you gotta have, maybe the queen is a regular size shark that can fly and sting and bite you, and she's trying to pump out these smaller sharks, and you gotta kill them somehow, maybe with fire, maybe have a big explosion to really, because you gotta have an explosion in these shark movies apparently. So yeah, again, like I said, all these are brief stuff that I just thought of on the fly and was just, this is dumb, but this would be hilarious if I watched it. So those are my thoughts. Those are my ideas. Do you have any ideas? Pitch an idea for a dumb bee shark movie. Alright, pitch your idea in the comments. Tell me the title, brief synopsis, and that's it. So next I'll try and either do the stuff from Comic-Con or get into my top 10 I've been wanting to do. So until then, you take care. Alright, bye.